Good morning. Sunday morning.
Happy Sunday. Welcome to Zeducation and welcome to another episode of You Laugh, You Lose. If you are new to this channel and new to this series, the game is simple. If you laugh at anything today, you lose and you have to do a punishment. What is today's punishment? Today's punishment, as I said last Sunday, you have to go out and make the pumpkin spice salmon for dinner. Okay? Got a lot of food punishments lately, but that's what we're doing. It's the month of October. Get with the program. Go make the pumpkin spice salmon. If you are ready for today's game, head down and like this video. And if you are new here, please make sure you are subscribed and have the bell clicked for notifications when new videos are uploaded. Now on to today's game. If you laugh, you lose. Go. People need to stop putting flyers on my car. I don't want to see a ban called Parking Violation at the Courthouse. Yeah, that band sucks, dude. Worst band I ever saw, man. You don't want to ignore that one though either, okay? You don't want to have some sort of frickin' warrant out for you for not paying a citation. 2025 is going to be my year. Me in October. It's still going to be our year, man. It's still going to be our year. Good things are going to happen, man. I'm telling you. If you say, excellent choice, after somebody selects a floor in an elevator, you can usually get a pity laugh. Put that in your joke quiver. That's a good one. That's like a straight up dad joke, but I might try this one next time I get on the elevator. Before the internet, people thought villages only had one idiot. Wow, were we wrong. Yeah, I think, I've said this many times, I think the internet has made people more dumb. I really do. All this information, people have a lot of bad information in their heads because of the internet. I think some people have used it to better themselves, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. How to prevent your children from borrowing the car. Yeah, will that prevent them? I mean, if it's free gas, if you're not making them put gas in it, they'll drive. You got to get somewhere, somehow, right? I will say, though, why? Like this, I don't know. What's the allure here? I'm locked out of my dog's Facebook account that I created in 2010, and they won't let me back in unless I send over a copy of his driver's license. I have no choice but to teach him how to drive. I was going to say, there's options. I didn't think of that option, but that's one of them. Is that a thing? Does Facebook ask for your driver's license? You should shave. I'm sure it will look good. Okay. 20 minutes later. What do they say? Growing a beard is like makeup for men. Covers up a lot, you know. We're almost there, boys. No Shave November. A lot of you should have started already. You should have started it early since you laughed the other week. I know you did. I prefer a real Christmas tree over a plastic one. I feel the same about Halloween skeletons. Ha ha ha. This reminds me of that Ed Gein story on Netflix. I haven't seen it. I don't want to see it. It's kind of weird. I feel like we crossed the line in murder mystery shows. Like the one before that, Al Bundy. Not Al Bundy. You know what I'm talking about. The other Wisconsin guy. That guy. Once we started doing that and like glamorizing this stuff and make it into these elaborate Netflix series, cross the line, man. The reason that aliens have never visited us is because our planet has received terrible reviews. We only have 1 star. You get the joke? Do you get it? Ha ha ha. Because we have like 1 star, the sun. Yes, we have 1 star. We actually do have a 1-star rating, though. That's a fact. I just got excited about a new scent of dish soap. Nobody warned me that adulthood was going to be such a nonstop thrill ride. I hate scented hand soaps and dish soaps. Stop making them. There's nothing worse than like going to someone's house, washing your hands, and being like, oh, what's that coconut smell? Oh, gee, let me wash my hands elsewhere. Ugh. Giant kites could pull cargo ships across the ocean and slash their carbon emissions. 3,000 years ago. It's a real article. It's bringing us back. It's called a sail. I'm pretty sure that's a CNN article, if I'm not mistaken. Deja vu. The feeling of having heard this crap before. Oh, that's good. Guys, ever hear the pizza roll story? You guys just had deja vu. It's my goal to be this calm when things are falling apart. Having some composure. All right, learn from this kitty here. Looks like things are still working. There ain't no reason to panic yet. Things aren't on the floor yet. 1 spicy mustard packet per child. The hell? Spicy mustard. Where's that from? I can't even tell. Is that an Asian place? I would take it. I mean, if I were trick-or-treating, I'd take it. I like mustard. There are 2 types of people in October. Which one are you? Are you Halloween obsessed or Christmas obsessed? I'd say we're definitely more of a Christmas obsessed family. Yeah, Halloween's fun. Halloween's fun. Putting on a costume, hanging out, you know, getting candy. Whenever Jasmine Crockett starts discussing economics, yeah, it is hilarious. If you commit a crime, it doesn't mean you're a criminal. Real quote, real freaking person, real congresswoman. Insane. And it is hilarious. For those struggling with English, don't, do not, won't, will not. Is anyone here where you learned English, like it's your second language? Allegedly, it's a hard language to learn. When you like your own posts, you know, sometimes it's acceptable. Most times it's not. Yeah, no, I'm gonna allow this one. I always see more people walking into Walmart than out of Walmart, but the meat is cheap, so I don't ask questions. Dude, is this our conspiracy? We've talked about this for a while now. We want to start a conspiracy on Zeducation and cast it out in the internet and see if we can gain traction, get people to believe it. Is this it? Is this even fake? Maybe this is real. I don't know. I'm just asking questions here, right? I'm not judging you, but I've noticed that you throw away a lot of salad while the Cheetos bags are always empty. Now, those raccoons, they'll give you an honest review. Are you eating healthy? Are you not? If they're getting the healthy stuff, you're doing it wrong. Saw a guy at a coffee shop today. No smartphone, no tablet, no laptop. He just sat there drinking coffee like a psychopath. No, don't be that guy. Be that guy. Go out, talk to strangers. Say, hey, how's it going? Hey, I read that book, you know. We were just on vacation. I talked to 1 million strangers. It was awesome. It was. I was like, geez, man, we got to get back to the old days. We got to turn back time a little bit. People talking to each other in public. Just a reminder that memes used to look like this 15 years ago. Man, we have come a long ways, huh? I remember all these. What a time. I mean, the grand scheme of things, 15 years ago wasn't that long. I wonder what memes are going to look like 15 years from now. Imagine. Guess we'll find out. We'll still be doing our Laugh You Lose on Sundays for sure by then. We're going to get to episode 1000 Laugh You Lose on this channel. We will. I'm telling you. So make sure you are subscribed and have the bell click for notifications. Her. He's probably thinking about other women. Him. Can dogs from different countries understand the barking of other dogs? That's a good question. That's a good question. What's the answer? I don't know. This might be a dumb question. But are they actually making these sliced things? I keep seeing these, like sliced milk, there's like a bunch of different slices. Is this just a meme? This is a dumb question, or does this actually exist? Banning billboards? Why would a state do that? Vermont. Look at that. Beautiful interstate. You know what? I don't know if Virginia banned billboards, but I do know that driving on those interstates is nice. Because I don't know if there's like a setback law. There's no businesses. You have to exit off to get to the places. You can't, and you can barely see them from the interstates. Way different than here in Minnesota. It's a bunch of garbage on the interstates. When you're 100% confident in your truck's clearance. It's a good driver. Well, it could be a bad driver too. I don't know, but it could be good in that they know exactly the clearance. They know the route they're on. They know what they can get away with. Just don't go to any hotels. Don't go through any drive-thrus. Woke up randomly thinking about naming my firstborn Tony, but spelling Tony like baloney. I almost guarantee that someone has done that. Somewhere. Guaranteed. I ain't worried about anyone seeing my browser history. Please just don't check my calculator history. Sometimes I just need to verify that 50 times 2 is 100. If you got the tools, you might as well use them, right? So, that's pretty bad though. Use your brain. 2000s kids remember the sheer panic of accidentally hitting the internet button on your phone and getting hit with a $78 bill. You guys remember that? Oh, geez. Yeah, those are the days. It reminds me of my ESPN phone. I got an ESPN phone with like my first paycheck, and it could send you alerts when your team score. It was like the stupidest purchase of my life. But I'm pretty sure that's exact same. It might be the ESPN phone. Every year a Taylor Swift album comes out and she goes, roses are red, grass is green, I love Travis, and my haters are mean. And her fans go, OMG, the lyricism. Lot of criticism recently on Taylor's new album of the lyrics. She rhymes car with bar like in 15 different songs, like an absurd number of songs. Her fans love it. I will say that. Her fans love the album. A lot of people are making fun of it, though. I will say that. I haven't listened to it, so. A list of people I trust to babysit my child. Yeah, no, that's true. And for that person to gain your trust, like, it takes a lot. You got to have a short list of people that watch your kid. And that's being a good parent, right? 9 a.m. at home, 7 a.m. at hotel. Well, yeah, you got to get up early to get that breakfast. Starts at 6 a.m. and ends at 8. It's like, what the? Dude, we're at a hotel, we're on vacation. We don't want to wake up at 6 to 8 a.m. to get breakfast, get some freaking powdered eggs. Come on. I don't know what this dog is going through, but I can relate to the core. Hang on, buddy. Hang on, this too shall pass. Hang on there. Just got to keep battling. Best license plate I've ever seen. Hey, Aaron. Oh, yeah. I love that. Probably one of the greatest sketches of all time. I'd say top 10 sketch of all time. Maybe top 5, but this is why I don't work in a school. Gum goes here. I hope this is the kids being rebellious, just being pranksters, joking around. If they took it literally, we got problems. We got problems, man. Taylor Swift assures Travis Kelce that new song, Dumb Harry Football Jock, isn't about him. Real song, actual song, Babylon Bee reporting real news again. I don't know what they're doing these days, but leave a tip. I would say that's a scary pumpkin. It's scary in that, you know, it is an indicator of the entitlement we have in our culture. But I'm pumping my own gas. I'm not leaving you a tip, okay? Why am I always at the grocery store at the same time as the people that are apparently experiencing their first day on Earth? You're going way too early in the day. Generally, like, if I want to go to Costco, I'm going a half hour before closing time. If I'm going to the grocery store, probably like super early, super late. At the times when people are like, don't you have a job? What are you doing? Why are you here? You know, like that. If you're going at those times, then you're going at the right times. When she says that her daddy has 400 acres and nobody hunts it. I don't know why, but this reminds me of Game of Thrones all the time. Where they're like, we need to use your army, mate. They like get married off to the ugly sister, ugly daughter, whatever. When the government is shut down, but they're still taking taxes from you. That one hurts. It's the government. I think the government is still shut down. See, we're at the point where like nobody even cares anymore. So like, dude, you guys say this every time. It happens. Nothing happens. So just, if you're going to be shut down, what are we paying you for? Don't take my taxes. So I think if they do shut down, they should shut down the collection of taxes as well. Period. When a trans woman takes a pregnancy test. If they're taking pregnancy tests, I mean, that's like next level. Get some help, you know? Hope that's not happening. DoorDashing a single Snickers ice cream bar for $22 at 12:35 a.m. I've never used DoorDash. I've ordered Domino's. Do they do that? Will they deliver something like that? I guess, whatever. 22 bucks. Please be patient with me. I'm from the 1900s. I need that t-shirt. Actually, I want that t-shirt really bad, actually. Sharon says her current payment of benefits doesn't give her enough money to put food on the table. I think Sharon is lying. Sharon. Come on. Come on. How I look at an intruder after he realizes the anti-gun signs outside my house were lies. Can you get charged with, like, I don't know, baiting someone that way? I don't know, it's whatever, dude. Should have broken your house. When you realize the clocks are going back and your child will now be waking up at 4 a.m. instead of 5. Ugh. First off, we just got to stop changing the clocks. It's insane. Second off, yes, we will be changing the clocks. It's going to get darker out, like 4 or 5, right? I think, what, November 2nd, if I'm not mistaken? Kids shows today. Kids shows when I was a kid. Love your neighbor as yourself. Man. Very sad what they're jamming in kids shows. One that I will say, I've seen clips of it now, and I've heard the whole premise of it. The K-pop Demon Hunters. I know it sounds silly. It sounds K-pop. Jed, why would you do it? The show itself and the messaging of it is actually incredible. So if you haven't seen that yet, it is a good one. Maybe a little bit more older than like little kids, but yeah, it's pretty good. We voted to raise taxes on property owners, not renters. Why did our rent go up? Yeah. You try to explain it to them, they don't understand. They don't get it. Basic economics. Failure of public schooling. That's what this is. Might I interest you in a grilled cheese on a granny plate in these trying times? Dude, look at that. Does it have the unhealthy cheese? The Velveeta? The American singles? Abso-freaking-lutely I'll have that. Dude, look at that. I'm going to say this, and you guys are going to call me a hypocrite because I banned ketchup recently, but you have that with a little ketchup? Delish. Have at least 3 kids. 1 to replace you, 1 to replace your wife, and 1 to replace your local childless liberal. You know, you might as well have 4, 5. I'm all for it. It's really weird, too. A lot of people, you know, that I've talked to recently, they get really surprised when you talk about having more than 2 kids. They're like, oh, you'd want to bring more kids in this world? Yeah, of course. We need to make it a better place. So we need to raise good kids to replace some of these bad people that are doing bad things. That's how we fix things. So have a lot of kids. That's my message. Germany watching Bitcoin hitting 125,000 after dumping 50K Bitcoin at 150K, 57K a year ago. Yeah, that's it's very volatile, obviously, but as their government, they really did a disservice to their citizens, in my opinion, especially after the U.S. creating a reserve. You know, parenting isn't stressful at all. Jessica, age 27. Back to have a lot of kids. Have a lot of kids. Yes, it's stressful, but it's amazing. It really is. Gen Z is getting hooked on bed rotting, lying in bed with a phone for hours without getting up. Well, you save some money doing that, I guess, but it probably isn't good for your mental health. You gotta get up. Go for a walk. Go for a run. Me choking on my own spit out of nowhere when the whole class is silent. My eyes are watering from trying to hold it in. This is me, dude. I'm always, you know, swallow a drink down the wrong tube. Happens all the time. The weather is getting colder and cloudy. Y'all know what that means. Oh, is that the Harry Potter series? We've done this before, that, you know, you binge the Harry Potter series over a week or whatever. People do Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I should watch that again. Yeah, it's been a while. As of now, in Minnesota, Somalian pirates control 3,500 of the 10,000 lakes. I have to make a correction. We have over 15,000 lakes. And yes, Wisconsin, you guys count a smaller body of water as a lake. That's a fact. I have to keep throwing that out there because you guys are always harassing me. But this is true. I think it's actually like 3,426 lakes. But that feeling when you walk into an air-conditioned building. Yeah, when it's super hot out, it's a good feeling. Love that. I can't get a job because of Trump. Well, you can't get a job because, you know, when you hire someone at a company, your employees are ambassadors for your company. And you visibly will not be a good ambassador for your company. That's just a fact. So that's number one. Number two, you're online posting a bunch of really, really hateful nonsense, celebrating the death of people. That's not an ambassador that any company wants. So that's why you're not getting a job. Maybe you can make some changes, show that you're making changes, and then get hired. But until then, orange man bad. Am I right? When she Googles it, and you're still right. What a great feeling. What a great feeling. Anti-electricity cartoon from 1900. Really? Wow, I wonder, you know what? I guess we'll see what ages well these days. What are we criticizing in our cartoons now? Like technology-wise, not the political stuff has always been there from both sides, but what do we got? Electric vehicles, AI, maybe in 100 years, we'll be like, remember when we thought AI was gonna be the end of us as we're like moving we'll be humanoids, robots ourselves. We're gonna integrate AI into our own bodies. I don't know. We'll see. Democrats, progressive, extremist. Yeah, we just talked about this. Charlie was not extreme. He was not extreme. And the people calling that progressive and okay are the ones, you know, the shift, what they call it, the Overton window. This is crazy where it's at right now. Top 5 greatest athletes of all time: Serena Williams, Tom Brady, Babe Ruth, Muhammad Ali. My fantasy player once I bench them. It's usually once I drop them. I think I told you guys I am in fantasy football. Unfortunately, I didn't want to be. My biggest mistake so far, I dropped whatever the guy's name from Carolina is, the running back. Had him, dropped him, now he's killing it. Roomba, sitting in a chair watching a human sweep the floors in a Roomba store. It's happening. Told you guys, dude. I told you, we're like at the very basic level of AI, and it's happening, dude. Look at this. Prepare yourselves now. Start prepping, man. Me, the friend who finally researched how fiat money works. Ah, dude. I say this all the time. And this is not even a promotion of anything like Bitcoin or anything, but fiat money itself, outside of crypto, is broken. It has been for the history of humanity, and eventually it ends. Eventually the fiat currency ends. And then when you realize, you're like, oh my gosh, where do we go from here? What happens in 100, 200, 300 years from now with our currency? What happens 10 years from now? And then you see, oh my gosh, 37 trillion and going like this. And you're like, oh my gosh, I was that person right there. So, fiat money, how does it work? Look it up. If you don't know, you should. Everyone should. Feminists voting for Islam. Feminists after Islam wins. It is a really, really great irony of today. Feminism in bed with Islam. And they think that they're fighting for the same thing, but they absolutely are not. They're not. They'll find out one day, maybe. The Big Mac in McDonald's commercial. The Big Mac you get in drive-thru. Dude, this picture. It's still one of my favorite Greta memes of 2025. She has blessed the internet with a lot of great memes. I will say that, to her credit. Fact, in order to prepare for his role in Space Jam 1996, actor Michael Jordan played 9 seasons of professional basketball and won 3 NBA championships. He put a lot into that role. He did. A great movie. Great movie. Now, Space Jam 2, I haven't seen it, but I've heard it is horrendous. I've heard it's an awful, awful movie. LeBron James is the main character in that. Has anyone seen it? Is it that bad? When that one friend in high school comes back from spring break with a whole new personality and braids. It's always the rich kids, you know? The rich kids going on vacation. We went on a few trips, I will say. We weren't rich, but we went on a few trips. Dave got the braids one time. I have to throw him under the bus there. He did. You guys think Jeffrey Epstein said the N-word, or do you think that's where he drew the line? We're ending it right there. That's despicable. How did you do in today's game? Did you laugh at all? If you did, go and prepare that pumpkin spice salmon for dinner tonight. Okay? That's what you gotta do. Maybe it's good. Maybe it's not a punishment. Let me know how you did down in the comments. While you're down there, please like this video. Please help us get it recommended to others. That's it for today's game. Until next time, I'm Tyler Zed, and this is Zeducation.
Idiots.